What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? We are here today with the StarCraft Challenger playoffs here for the Taiwanese region, which includes Macau, Hong Kong, Japan, and of course Taiwan, as I've said. Hope you guys had a great night, enjoyed the GSL finals. We are, of course, taking. I guess that's really useless to y'all because you probably also do not read Taiwanese. But yeah, we're gonna be having some awesome matches here. These guys competed in a 2 sets of group stages before this, and then also played through the round of 8, as they now sit inside the Taipei Arena in the Blizzard Arena in Taipei to play this out live. Winner is going to get 100,000 new Taiwanese dollars, 60,000 to second place, as well as that so important guaranteed spot at WCS Valencia. WCS point distribution there, I believe. So, for those of you who are just, not really sure what this is a round of 4. So we're going to have Haas versus Gogo Joey, and then Rex versus Winter, a PVZ, and then a ZVZ. Those guys are going to be competing in a best of 5. Then the winners of that will play a best of 7 to determine prize money. But both of the top 2 will qualify for WCS Valencia, which is the main goal for these guys. We want to be able to secure that flight and secure that spot in that oh-so-important tournament to try and qualify for BlizzCon. So, should be some awesome matches here today. Lots on the line here, especially in terms of WCS rankings. Lots of these players on the cusp. And look at the bracket so far. Starting off, we got Haas versus Gogo Joey.
先照一下，哦，失误了，这个先送一波兵，哇，这反而被先知全部吃光，再隔一轮，哦，那个
Haas with such an amazing hold there.
蛮窄，你知道吗？
Able to hold on, and his opponent, Gogo Joey.
哇，哨兵已经被消耗到这2发了，没了，毒包滚进来。
3-0 drubbing of Bistork just last week. And then, on the other side of the bracket, Zerg player Rex. Able to take down Expect 3-1. Banelings are absolutely disgusting. And his opponent, Winter. Able to completely outclass Nice in some of these fights. Almost 360 degrees of surround. These guys playing for that WCS Valencia spot. Who will it be? Haas. That's my prediction. We'll have to see here, guys. Some of these guys already playing earlier in the tournament. Nice and, Winter and Gogo Joey, excuse me, playing in the group stages. Let me double check that I got that correct. Yeah, Winter and Gogo Joey played in the group stages. Winter barely took it out, 3-2. So we get to see a little bit of, could see a little bit of a rematch of that a little bit later on if Winter is able to take down Rex. Wasn't quite able to do it last time we saw him in the last month's, or I guess 2 months ago's Challenger. Wasn't quite able to close it out. Look at our schedule for today. Haas versus Gogo Joey to start us off, and then Rex versus Winter. Should be getting into these games pretty quickly here, guys. Thanks for joining us this morning. Should be some games. Get to look at these guys in the stadium getting ready for their matches. Gogo Joey looking nice and calm. Ready to perform on the big stage here for that spot at Valencia. All right. Here we go, guys. It's going to be in the semifinals, best of 5. I believe we're going to be getting into the game here very shortly. I don't have a inside line as to what the exact production is going to be, so mostly me guessing. But looks like we're going straight into it, guys. Map number 1 here of this best of 5. Get to start it off with, up here in the top left, our blue Protoss player, Haas. And in the bottom left-hand side, in the red, from Talon, it's Go-Go Joey. Haas coming out with the early scout here. Might be able to deny the expansion here for a little bit. Just be a little bit annoying with this probe. I think he might actually make it in time here. It's going to be pretty close. Oh, Go-Go Joey's on top of it, though. Able to lock it down. Very curious to see what sort of builds these guys are going to pull out. Last time we saw Haas in this tournament pulled out a very interesting Mass Oracle build with from 3 Stargates. Had, I think, like 16 to 25 Oracles and was just shredding through everything. I believe it might have been against Go-Go Joey as well. And now it looks like Haas, looks like he's going to be taking the gold base here. A little bit of an interesting choice. You don't often see that against a... you don't often see that on this map at all. It's very easy to punish with ranged units. You can sit some roaches right outside the mineral line and really make it almost impossible to mine from there. Forces shield batteries to be committed and forces a few units to stay there just to allow the mining. So we'll see how that's going to play out for him and see how Go-Go Joey's going to react. He has full vision of this. Nice overlord positioning from him. Going to be able to get pretty much a full scout off of the base for the time being. Of course, no tech being committed just yet. As his pool is finishing up and Go-Go Joey looking like he's going to be... looking to expand sometime in the near future here. Going to get his queens up first, of course. Go-Go Joey, you know, very fond of these, you know, kind of. I guess the best way to phrase him is timing attacks. Able to, you know, we've seen him a lot maxing out, pushing across the map, or just hitting these like little timings that catches opponents off guard. And we'll see if, and you know, Haas on the other side. You know, very unpredictable player, has lots of tricks up his sleeve, and he's committing to the Twilight Council now. So we'll have to see what he has in store for us here. Stalker is going to go ahead and repel this Overlord. And looks like the rest of them are going to go ahead and back off here. Going to be pretty safe since there is no Stargate on the field. Robo Facility coming up behind this as well. So looking like a probably a charge lot build here if I had to guess. As behind this, Go-Go Joey is getting his layer now. Adding on some more drones as well. Going to go and finish saturating up his natural. Go-Go Joey sees that this base is getting completely mined from here. Not yet committing to a Roach Warren or anything that would allow him to punish it. Going to wait till a little bit later. But in that time, Haas is going to have a, you know, a little bit of a income lead here. Even on workers, but has just about even on mineral income as well. So Go-Go Joey, once he gets that third base up, gonna be able to get a little bit of a lead for himself. And Haas, charged about halfway done now, gonna be able to get that Warp Prism for himself pretty quickly here. And with those extra minerals from the gold expansion, he'll be able to hit perhaps a little bit sooner than Go-Go Joey will be ready for here. He's getting Spore Callers here, expecting that Stargate to come across and expecting the Oracle to make an appearance, or perhaps the Phoenixes as well. But nothing like that is in the works here for Haas. And Go-Go Joey has no idea this is coming. Has no third base. Is getting a Spire behind this. I don't think he's going to get completely blindsided here. Charge is about 90% done, adding on a couple more gateways as well. He's going to have 4 gateways, charge slots, and this Warp Prism heading across the map. And it's going to be just Zerglings here to defend this. It's going to be a pretty difficult hold here for Go-Go Joey. Haas looking to be in a pretty decent position here. Going to have a very big window where he can be very abusive towards Go-Go Joey on his side of the map. Warp Prism coming in now is going to get spotted out here by these Overlords. Nice positioning there by Go-Go Joey. 3 Queens are in position here and are going to force the Warp Prism out from the top side of the base. As Go-Go Joey is going to go ahead and get +1 weapons behind this and getting an Immortal, I believe. I don't have any in-game eyes, so I can't double-check that. There it is. And a Baneling Nest getting added on behind this as well. And Go-Go Joey very wisely getting a Spine Caller for himself, trying to make sure he can stay safe. Doesn't want to take any damage here. Alright, warping in a couple more Zealots here. And now these Zerglings are no match for 8 charge lots. And they'll be able to pressure this third base that was just secured here. But I don't think that Haas is even going to care about it. He's just going to try and march straight up here and try and get some damage done. Baneling's warping in on the backside here. Zealot's not able to get on top of him here, electing to go for those Queens on the ramp. And the drones in the mineral line here. Two drones do go down already here. The Queens are standing strong, though. Banelings get not really too great of hits here. But the mutas are in production. Only 3 right now, and 12 drones have gone down behind this. Haas doing a lot of damage here, up to 16 workers now, 40 to 28. These mutas will probably allow him to clean this up eventually here, but I think it's going to be too little too late. He's taking so much damage here, and there's no way that 4 mutas are going to turn the tide of this battle. 30 armor supply to 16. The Zealots going to fight to the last man here, continuing to ravage the base of Gogo Joey. But behind this, he was able to get up a Stargate, getting up a second Stargate as well, and is going into that Phoenix production. And mutas here not really going to have too much of a place in this game for too long. And this push eventually getting cleaned up here by Gogo Joey, but he's lost so many workers there, up to 20, down 22 workers to 43. And Haas now just going to be sitting back here, securing a third base for himself, and getting ready for what comes next, getting ready to march across the map and put an end to this game. Phoenix count is climbing for him, going to allow him a pretty easy response here to these mutalisks. As long as he doesn't get caught out, vastly outnumbered here, he'll be in a very excellent position to cause some damage in this game. But the Phoenixes coming across now. Gonna start dancing. Shield Battery doing a lot of work here, actually keeping it alive for so long. And nice micro here for Gogo Joey, keeping his mutas alive. Such a close engagement here. Lots of health bars getting very low here for these mutas. Has to be careful trying to turn. Oh, not able to get the snipe onto that one. Very nice micro here from Haas. Keeping them all alive, and all the mutas are going to go down here. They're not even able to kill one Phoenix. Super sick micro there from Haas. And he is able to secure the game. Wow. What awesome micro there from both of those guys. The health bar is getting so low. But Gogo Joey not able to find those kills and losing so many workers to that earlier push. Haas doing such an excellent job of denying vision. Making sure that that push was mostly unscouted there. Didn't even know that there was no Stargate there, so it was waiting for that Oracle that never came. And so then the charge loss were able to hit, you know, a minute or so earlier than usual, and all he had to defend it were a couple of Zerglings. And, you know, didn't have his third hatchery up, so only had 2 bases of larva. And Haas was just able to abuse it and push in for the victory. So we'll see if Gogo Joey's going to be able to kind of rally here and see if he can put up a fight. See if he'll be able to put up a little bit better of a fight than Zest did in the GSL finals. As we are going into map number 2 here, guys, of this best of 5. Winner will move on to face either Rex or Winter on the other side of the bracket. The winner of this set will qualify for WCS Valencia. Start us off here in game 2 in the top left in the red from Talon Esports. It is Gogo Joey. And in the bottom right in the blue, our Protoss player, Haas. In game number 1 here, we already saw Haas, you know, kind of put his own little twist onto the meta builds here, kind of catching Gogo Joey a little bit off guard there, hitting before he was ready, and was able just to eviscerate Gogo Joey, making it look easy. And so now we're gonna have to see if he'll be able to keep it up here in game number 2, or if Gogo Joey is gonna have an answer and be able to strike back to even up this series. And so far, Gogo Joey looking like he's just gonna go for the pretty standard safe opener here, getting a hatch first, which allows, you know, really no reason not to do it. So we'll see kind of what his plan is going to be. I'd like to see a faster Roachborn from him in this game if Haas goes for a similar style here. Last time didn't have any sort of an answer to the Zealots. They were able to trade so efficiently, only had those queens to even stand a chance, and they would just get eviscerated by 20 Zealots charging at their faces. As Haas get an expansion for himself, and this probe now just going to be a little bit annoying here in the main base. The probe going to make his way back home here. Cybernetics Core on the way. Overlord's getting in a nice position to just keep an eye on things, making sure everything is up to code, OSHA inspections, all that. Very important. Workplace safety is very important to the Protoss, and, you know, the Zerg just doing their part and, you know, helping them enforce that. As speed getting started up here for Gogo Joey, and no third base just yet here. Going for a little bit later of a third hatchery than we've seen from a lot of Zerg players, at least in game number 1, and so far looking like it's going to be that way in game number 2 as well. Looking like he prefers to saturate his natural just a little bit faster, rather than getting the extra larva from that third hatch. And, you know, if he was able to really do something with that extra income, and was able to get, you know, a little bit of tech that he wasn't able to in that first game, if he's able to do that with the added income of having the natural saturated earlier, then I'd like it, but game number 1 just didn't really catch up to him. It just seemed like he wasn't able to get the scouting, so scouting really going to be the name of the game here for Gogo Joey. Needs to make sure he's able to find out what Haas is up to here, and so far it's looking like it's going to be the exact same build here from Haas. And yet again, there's no scouting information available here for Gogo Joey. That Overlord in the bottom left side, in the left side of the natural, is not going to be able to get into the main base without dying. Stalker already in position to deal with that. There's no other Overlord on the map. No Zergling is going to be able to get inside the wall here, so long as that probe stands ready. So, Haas looking in a good position again here, and it's still just a Zergling, just a spawning pool, excuse me, here for Gogo Joey, getting a layer for himself, and now getting that Roach Warren. Just like I was talking about a little bit ago, that's what he's going to need here in order to hold this, especially if Haas is going to let you go for some Archons behind this. So far, though, not revealing his hand too much. Look at this, even getting the Observer here, just to try and get some intel on the other side of the map for himself. And the Warp Prism on the way now. Those extra gateways added up. I think he's up to 4 or 5. And Haas going to start to look to go aggressive here, as that Warp Prism will be popping out here in just about 10 seconds or so. And Haas looking like he's going to expand here. So it looks like he's going to be a little bit less all-in, or less heavily committed to it than he was last game here. Going to be getting a third base behind this, and using the pressure just to kind of keep Gogo Joey contained, and make sure that he is forced to respect the power of Protoss. On the other side, charge featured up down for him as +1 weapons get started up, and the first 8 roaches are popping out now. So Gogo Joey has what he needs to keep this from doing too much damage here. It's all going to come down to the army positioning for him, though. Charge Lot's going to try and find their way in. Nice Overlord, though. Going to be able to scout that out entirely. And the roaches and the queens already positioned here. Ooh, nice little Ling run by there. Going to be able to delay that third base for a pretty long time here. As the Charge Lot starts to engage up here on the top side. Nice Warp Prism Michael here, keeping them alive for quite a bit. Roaches start to go down now, and the Queen's getting very low. One goes down, second one just 1 HP left. And it looks like Haas going to think better of warping in here and just going to go ahead and pick up and get home to safety. Transfuse going to heal up these Queens. And meanwhile, at the front side of Haas's base, those Lings are trying to break their way in. I don't have an in-game cam, but looks like the Force are going to keep him safe. Forces a few more Warpments. Ooh, the Sentry! Wow, is able to get it. Nice pickup there for Gogo Joey. 100 gas down the drain for Haas. Oh, the Warp Prism getting a little low here. The lower that Warp Prism gets, the less aggressive he's going to be able to be with it. Warp Prism dies, so does any cross-map presence that Haas has. It's going to allow Gogo Joey to be able to saturate his third in relative ease here. Adding on 5 more drones, getting road speed and +1 missiles here. And this Warp Prism continues to be annoying in the middle side of the map. Continues to get poked down by these Queens. And Gogo Joey, look at this Ling presence on the other side, keeping an eye on the other third base, I guess the 4th base position here for Haas. Gogo Joey going to start making his way across the map here. He has quite an army supply advantage here, 72 to 29. I don't think Haas is ready for this. I don't think he's realized that this is coming across. This is a lot of roaches here, guys. 2 Immortals and a few Sentries. 3 Immortals, excuse me. So long as the force fields are good here, he should be able to hold on to this. These Immortals are going to be so crucial. And this Warp Prism Micro going to be very important as well. The Roaches are here. They get to inside line onto this Nexus here. Has to respect this Protoss Force, though. Gets a little bit of a surround here. Nice Force Fields on that left side. Going to buy him a bit more time. The shields on these Immortals already getting low here. 2 of them already in the yellow here, and the army supply is still 76 to 35. The Immortals stand tall. More Warpments coming through now. The Nexus gets killed here. No cancel. Excellent pickup here for Gogo Joey. And Haas will be able to push this back. but the third base has fallen here. Gogo Joey getting what he needs, and is going to go ahead and back off here, adding on even more roaches behind this. +1 missiles about to finish up, and he's going to be looking ready to send a second wave across. Ravagers sending some miles across, buying himself a little bit of breathing room. As the Warp Prism going to try and find an opening here. Little patches of Gogo Joey's army all across the map right now, just keeping him safe. And look at this, Roach is already in position here. Huge warping up on the main base. The main army over towards that third. And that is a lot of charge slots here. Gets the inside line, force fields in the Queens. Not quite able to finish it out though. Now all these Roaches and Ravagers trying to commit in here. They get right on top of the Immortals now. Kiting back, trying to do what they can. The force field's not good enough. And all of these Immortals are going to go down here. And so many of these expensive sentries. So much gas lost here. And only 2 workers going down up here in the main so far. Not enough damage just yet. Now here come the worker kills. 8 going down right now. And all those Roaches get cleaned up as well. Decent pickups here for Haas, but he lost so much gas over there on that right side. Losing, I want to say, it was 8 sentries and a couple of Immortals as well. Not what you need here. And he is pretty all in right now. The counter push of Gogo Joey is going to be a force to be reckoned with here. Warping in a few more charge slots just to buy himself some time and try and continue trading out here. Only able to kill 9 workers though, getting himself, a little bit of a worker lead here. But he lost so much there. Army supply now 52-13. And Gogo Joey looking to exploit this, marching his way across the map. And I don't know if Haas is going to be able to hold this here. Shield batteries are good. But whenever there is double the supply of Zerg knocking on your door, there's only so much you can do. These charge slots here, trying to find an opening to get a run by here, and actually forces the entire army of Gogo Joey to go back. Wow, this is actually very nice for Haas. Able to get some workers killed here, and most importantly, buy himself some time. Continuing to climb in the Immortal count here, and able to add on a little bit more buffer to keep them safe, able to replace all that gas that he lost. The Roaches have arrived now, so we'll be able to force this back. But 18 workers going down there. Very nice pickups here for Haas. Now has a 48-34 worker lead here. Army supply still heavily in favor of Joey. And this Warp Prism running for its life. Living on the edge. And the third base here only just going up once again for Haas, and still only in production. Haas's economy is so far behind right now, just base-wise, but in terms of income, he's almost even just due to the amount of harassment he's been able to get done here, killing so many workers and so many different run-bys here. This Warp Prism paying off in dividends. Look at that income differential there. And Gogo Joey finally getting his drone count back up here, getting even, and now going to take a little bit of a lead for himself. Will be able to start stabilizing his economy, and he's getting a Spire behind this once again. Alright. A little bit of an unusual choice here. Not too often you see that at this stage. I'm curious to see if it's going to be the Mutalisks again, or if he's going to be just kind of preparing for any possible Stargate tech from Haas and wants to be able to have those Corruptors available. We'll have to see what exactly he's going to commit to here, as +2 missiles are on the way, and there's only +1 done here for Haas, and no +2 on the horizon just yet. So Gogo Joey going to have a pretty significant upgrade advantage here once that finishes up. But it looks like Haas is going to go on the offensive here. 59-80 army supply. And effectively even on workers here, only down about 5. Right about where you want to be. As his third base is now up and running. So the economy's here just about dead even. And the main force of Haas is up towards that 4th base. And a huge warping up there in the main of Gogo Joey. Looks like that Warp Prism actually died. Or what? I guess you just canceled it. Okay. I guess you canceled the warp in. Sorry, I don't have any in-game eyes, so I'm going off of whatever the observer's showing us. And, ooh, actually able to kill that hatchery. No cancel. Nice pickup here for Haas. And these Zealots buying so much time, forcing the entire army back, as Haas is now going back for the positioning towards the 4th. And, wow, the Warp Prism staying alive here. Does cancel all those warp-ins here. Perhaps realizing that it would be a little bit of a suicide. But so long as the Warp Prism stays alive, Haas's presence on the other side of the map can continue here. Continue to dance with that army on the top side. Looks like he's finally going to be backing off here. Getting +2 for himself. And he did see the Spire. So he knows what he's going to be up against here. What's the response going to be? I don't believe he has any sort of Stargate just yet, so Phoenix is not going to be an option. 4 mutas in production, now up to 8. +1 flyer attacks on the way as well. Miles not quite connecting there. And the Warp Prism lives to fight another day. This thing has killed is responsible for so many drone deaths that I think it would classify as war crimes here. 4th base getting secured now for Haas. +2 weapons, about halfway done. And the Muta count is climbing here. Ooh, actually narrowly avoiding getting scouted there, but I think it might be a little bit of a missed rally here. I'm not sure how many Mutas that is on the other side. Alright, now here comes the engagement here. Haas able to catch most of the, get on right on top of these Ravagers, actually. The Mortal's not quite there just yet. There's so many charge lots here, it's not even going to matter. Just able to kind of shred through that force. But the Mutalisks in the main base already working down at these workers. 10 going down already, up to 12. Oh my goodness, there's a slaughter up there. 14 going down, and here comes the push-up from Haas. Trying to force his way forward. The Biles come down onto those sentries here. 61 overspy to 84 here. The force fields are decent, but the Ravagers in the back continue to fire. Drones coming in now, trying to buffer here, trying to keep these Ravagers alive. And it looks like it is going to be enough here for Joey. Targeting down the Warp Prism, and the Immortals were the last to stand. Muta's eventually going to clean all 4 of them up here. And that is such a dramatic loss for Haas, and that's going to seal the deal. Go Joey. Even it up the series here at 1 apiece. Gotta feel good after that first game. Able to solidify a series here. These Mutas seem to be really were able to catch Haas very much off guard there. He saw the Spire, but then didn't really have an answer for him. He didn't have any cannons in the middle lines, and you know, losing 15 workers behind your push, pretty much like that push had to do more damage than it did. Wasn't able to break through the Roach Force on the front top side of that ramp with the concave that Gogo Joey had set up. Just a very difficult fight for him to take, and the force fields just weren't quite good enough to seal it for him. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break here, guys, and we'll be right back with more StarCraft action. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Let me know if that noise happened again there in the chat. But we're going to be going into game number 3 here very shortly. Here, Gogo Joey putting up quite a bit of a fight here, catching Haas completely off guard. It looks like didn't really have an answer for the Mutalisks in that second game. First game was able to scout it out and wisely went with the double Stargate production of the Phoenixes there, which allowed him to have a very easy answer air-to-air combat. But in that second game, just didn't really have an answer for it, and the Mutas were able to force him to go all in there in that fight. And that combined with pushing up into a ramp into superior force of Roach Ravager typically doesn't end well. And we saw that there in game number 2. Looks like we're going straight into game number 3. And we're going to start it off here with our man up here in the top right from Talon Esports. It's Gogo Joey. And at the bottom left in the blue, our Protoss player, Haas. Haas going for the Pylon Scout timing once again here. Elected to go for did that in game number 1 with that little bit of deviation from the standard charge lot all in. This game could be going back to his roots there. Might also be seeing him switch it up once again here, trying to catch Gogo Joey off guard. And speaking of, there's no expansion here for Gogo Joey. Haas already sees it here. What's his reaction going to be? Heading up here into the main. We'll see this timing pretty quick and know what's going on here. Let's see how he's going to react on the other side of the map. And now Haas is going to be able to deny this expansion here for a little bit. Pretty bad here for Gogo Joey. Not able to get that expansion on time, and he's really going to be relying on doing a little bit of damage here. Ooh, actually able to get it down there. Nice job for Gogo Joey. Definitely going to be needing to get a little bit of damage done here with this earlier pull. In an ideal scenario here, but at least wants to force some probes to put up a fight against those Lings. As the first 2 are in production now. And Haas looking like he's going to be doing some pretty standard stuff. No proxy Stargates or anything in this series just yet. Still want to see a Cannon Rush, but maybe we'll get to see that in the finals if Haas makes it. Really just hoping for a not CVC final. Really just about all I have to hope for here. As a dirty little Protoss player myself. Expansion finish up here now for Haas. And now's the time where we're going to see what the tech choice is going to be here for him. If he's going to go for the little bit more traditional Stargate, or if he's going to go for the earlier Twilight Council here once again. It looks like we have our answer. Probably going to be charged with the last 2 games or anything to go off of here. Seems to be a pretty big fan of getting it early here, prioritizing the charge over having the cross-map pressure of the Oracle and the Phoenixes to back it up. Robe still getting added on as well once again here. Haas looking like he has the formula he wants and is just going to throw it against the wall until Gogo Joey breaks. I'm not sure what they're talking about, why they're looking at the unit count so much. But adding on more gateways here. And this time a shield battery as well at the front, going to allow Gogo Joey to stay a little bit safer. Perhaps worried about a little bit of earlier aggression here from Gogo Joey, who's taken a significantly faster third hatch than we've seen him in both of these other games. So looking to go a little bit later here, wanting to get a little bit more larva production out. And 3K's getting added on behind this here. Warp Prism going to be able to be on the field very shortly. Will Gogo Joey be ready for it this time? No Roachhorn going to be available. Only just now getting started up here. Evo Chamber as well. Oh, well, maybe not. Okay, just changing the way he's putting it. So, Evo Chamber as well. So, +1 missiles, I have to assume, going to be coming out here in the near future for Gogo Joey. And Gogo Joey, once again in this game, has no intel as to what Haas is doing. Haas has been doing such a great job of denying the vision from Gogo Joey. And, also, Gogo Joey hasn't really been giving himself too many opportunities to get that scouting Oh my goodness, it almost timed out perfectly. But he was able to spot it out with that Ling. And a Dark Shrine getting thrown down here behind this. Gonna get to see some Dark Templar action here, folks. It's gonna be a good one. Warp Prism on its way over. Looks like it's warping in there in the middle side. Alright, the Zealots here. More than a match for these Zerglings. Are the Queens gonna be enough here? 31 army supply to 18. Haas has to be careful with how he positions this army. If it gets caught out, it will die pretty easily here. I think it's 3 or 4 Queens out of the map right now. Alright, more Zealots getting morphed in front of this. Gonna start making their way in here. Queens putting themselves in a favorable position here, trying to control that choke. And now Haas trying to pull this army up. Nice Warp Prism might go here, but here comes this round. Ooh, not quite able to get it. These Zealots continuing to run for their lives. Trying to trade out against these Zerglings here. 22 to 36 army supply right now. And the Zealots now forced to fight for their lives here. Have to be careful, a lot of them getting very low, and most of them are going to die here. And the Dark Templar have been warped in, though, completely unseen. Wow. So he doesn't know these are here. Overseer getting morphed in here. Oh, this is going to time out so luckily here for Gogo Joey. Spore Callers getting built up in the main and the third base. Oh, not in the main. It's only the one Spore Caller here, and there's only the one Overseer. This Dark Templar will get cleaned up pretty quickly here. About 14 workers going down. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. 46 workers to 33 now. Haas has found a very great blow here. So much damage getting done with those. Where did it even... I guess it had to be in the main with those the two Dark Templar there. Freaking amazing. And now getting a third base for himself as well. Haas in an amazing position right now. Just has to stay alive against this push that's going to come out from Gogo Joey here. And he'll be more than fine. Needs to get some Immortal production up. I think he currently has maybe 1 or 2. I don't have any in-game eyes for those just joining us, so I'm going just off what we're seeing on screen here. 6 gateways getting added on here on the backside of this. Nice force field here, keeping the sentry alive, but not quite that one Zergling with 0 health. Able to seal the deal on that one. He is going home and getting that MVP medal. The cream of the Zergling crop, as it were. Has Gogo Joey gonna go ahead and start remaking all those drones he so tragically lost in the main base, and more gateways finishing up here for Haas. He's going to be looking to... He's going to explode in production here very soon. These Zerglings of Gogo Joey continue to try and pressure the third base, and the army a little bit out of position here. Only a couple of Zealots here. Forces another warp in. Not quite enough Zerglings to overpower it, though. And the Roach Ravager force is arriving here. Positional advantage definitely to Gogo Joey right now. Has Lynx on one side, Roaches on the other of this main force. How is Haas going to play this here? The Lynx coming to reinforce the Roaches. Zealots and Immortals chasing them off. And the Lynx trying to go back around here, trying to force this army both ways at once. But the Roaches backing all the way out here, and the Lynx soon to follow. Gogo Joey, I guess, not feeling like he has enough here. Really break through that, not really worth his time. 89 armor supply to 58. As Gogo Joey is finally caught up in workers here. After losing 14 to that Dark Templar drop. Getting a Spine Crawler to keep himself safe. But he's feeling a little bit afraid here of what Haas is capable of pushing out right now. These Zealots up here going to trade for their lives. And Haas's main force positioning down here towards the third base on the bottom side. Still no 4th hatchery for Gogo Joey. As the Zealots and Immortals here have arrived, and a huge warping up here in the main base. A couple of Dark Templars mixed in as well for good measure. And here they go. Roach is in a great spot here to trade out as well as they can. Is it going to be enough? Picking up, trying to get the full surround, and they will. The Dark Templars doing so much damage to those Roaches is going to eventually allow them to pop them. And another wave of warpins coming up here in the main base. And the main force, Gogo Joey, trying to run up there. Has to leave enough to save this third base, excuse me. And it's only 3 workers going down for now. All of these Zealots look like they're going to die here. How many workers is going to actually kill for this? Only 7 right now, 8. And I'm not sure how many Roaches he killed here, but I'm not sure how efficiently that's trading out right now. Another wave of Warpin's going to come through here, but 17 workers going down as I say that. Eviscerating the entire mineral line here, and the rest of these Roaches going to get cleaned up too. This is such a good pickup here for Haas. Gogo Joey looking like he had the answer, but just wasn't quite able to force a decisive engagement on either side here. The force fields are decent on the left side there, keeping the units back, and these Zealots trying to keep the Roaches out of their own main base. But it will finally get cleaned up here. But look at how much damage they've done. 38 workers to 51 here in favor of Haas. Sentries getting added on here could allow these Zealots a lot more survivability here on the other side. A lot more staying power. As Haas continues to posture here in the middle of the map. Looks like he's going to link up in the top left. Getting some more warp-ins. And going to be coming in here. Still no fourth hatchery for Gogo Joey. As the third has finished up now. And I think is mostly saturated here for Haas. Still down a little bit in army supply, but +1 melee attack's about to finish up here for Gogo Joey, so he will have a slight upgrade advantage. We'll have +1 weapons on all of his units here. So these Lings going to start trading very well, and it looks like the stream they gave me is completely lagging out. Let's try and get back here. Oh, okay. Alright, so 11 workers went down at the third base here. And then the main engagement here over here on the right side. Roach is getting cleaned up. These guys just trading blows on all sides of the map right now. 11 workers went down the left side of the map. Is there enough at home for Gogo Joey to hold this? These Immortals standing so tall in the back, and there are so many sentries here. Running a little bit low on energy, though. The drones forced the fight there on the top side. 15, 16, oh my god! So many workers going down here. And not even going to be able to clean it up here. Forced to withdraw for now. 30 workers going down. There's only 12 left on the map. Lings coming back across the map to try and hold. But it's not looking like it's going to be enough here. Haas going to be able to steal the deal there. Nicely done by him. Able to find those openings and just able to get so many worker kills with those Zealot run-bys that Gogo Joey just doesn't seem to have an answer for here. He has in theory, the tech that he needs to hold it, but in practice, Haas is always able to find those openings and able to just eviscerate the mineral lines, just seemingly off cooldown here. Look at him, that is the face of a drone genocider. Gogo Joey needs to mix it up a little bit here. Definitely in back against the wall here. Haas, one map away from qualifying for WCS Valencia here. Gogo Joey, his tournament life on the line. All going to come down to this map here for Gogo Joey to force the Game 5 of this first best of 5 of the day. We're going to get into it, guys. Map number 4 of Haas versus Gogo Joey. Let's get into it. And now, yeah, there we go. Up here in the top left, in the red, our Protoss player, it's Haas. Maybe we'll get to zoom in. Oh, there it is, Haas. And down here in the bottom right, the man looking to force a Game 5 here. Tournament life on the line. It's Talon's Gogo Joey. Both these guys sticking to their formulas. No proxies coming out just yet. No proxy hatchery shenanigans or anything of the sort. Guys preferring to play it up a little bit more, straight up. Ooh, and Haas able to get the hatchery block here. Pretty nice. Not a huge deal. As long as it goes down here in the near future. And it looks like instead Gogo Joey's just going to throw down a pool and a detractor here. Ooh, and the pylon block too. Haas is going to scout this once again though. Alright, so Haas sees it coming. Might be seeing a replay of the opener of last game here. Both these guys doing the exact same build, and Haas I think is going to be able to do the exact same reaction here. And be pretty fine. I would like to see Gogo Joey go for, perhaps a little bit more Lings earlier. Perhaps getting, like, up to 6 instead of just the 2. Just to force a little bit more pressure here and force Haas to directly react here. Because in the last game, we saw Haas was able to finish up the wall You know, the earlier pull didn't really allow him too much. Just more of a defensive thing. I'd like to see him go aggressive with it, but looking like he's more than comfortable sitting back with it for now. And Haas here, are we going to see the same build from him? Been pulling out pretty much the same build order, give or take a couple of supply here in all three of these games so far, and it's worked 2 of the times. Gogo Joey just doesn't seem to really have an answer for those faster charge slots. He's you know, kind of delaying the Roach Warren perhaps a little bit too long, and ends up costing him quite a bit of supply in those drones. You know, the Roach is not able to, or not, whenever he does have them out, not fast enough to really react on time. And the Lings obviously not trading out very well at all against charge lots, especially when there's 9 of them warping in at a time in your main base. And the Twilight Council is finishing up here, or getting started down, thrown down here for Haas as his expansion finishes up. Third hatchery getting thrown down at the natural position here for Gogo Joey. That pylon block coming in clutch for Haas. And it's the exact same build here from Haas once again. Charge going to get started up here in just a second. Row facility about halfway done. That probe dies for its sins. And Gogo Joey this time is going to scout it. He's going to get full confirmation this is happening. This is what he's been missing in all of these other games so far. He's had absolutely no vision of Haas's base, but this time he knows exactly what's coming. Immediately throwing down the Roach Warren here. Hopefully he'll have that. He definitely has the tools that he needs here. We'll see how well he's going to execute it here. As Haas going to start ramping up. Adding on more gateways. Third hatchery finishing up for Gogo Joey. Going to have all the larvae he needs. And here comes the Warp Prism in the production tab. Roach Warren going to be done in time. Ooh, the Link's actually able to get in here. Able to get a full scout off. Gonna see the number of gateways here. See how much is mining off gas. Very nice scout there for Gogo Joey. And the first couple of roaches coming out now for Joey. Not too many, only getting about 4 right now. Still trying to saturate his third base. As Haas looking to secure a third base of his own as the Warp Prism makes its way across the map. Trying to stay just about even here on bases. Third base already saturated here for Gogo Joey, and these Ravagers a little bit vulnerable out here. And here comes the first warp in. These charge lots coming across. Ooh, the piles connect. Ooh, third bile barely missing there. This Warp Prism already in the yellow health, and I was talking earlier about how important the Warp Prism health here is. Well, it directly correlates with how aggressive he's able to be against those queens. And right now, not looking like he's going to be able to get too much done here. 42 hours by to 23, and Gogo Joey smells blood in the water here. Going to start making his way across the map with all these roaches and these hydras. Roaches and Ravagers, excuse me, not hydras. And now the Ling's going to kill this probe, and now they have already a surround on this Nexus, forcing the cancel here. Great little pickup here for Joey. And even able to supply block cost for actually a fair bit here. As this aggression continues, not what you want to see here if you're Haas. Second Immortal about to pop out here. Gonna allow him to stay a little bit safer against these roaches. But the Lynx coming in once again. There's not enough Zealots here to keep this base safe. And another cancel comes through. Nice work by Joey. Continuing to harass the economy here of Haas. Main army just not quite able to kind of lock these Lynx down and clean them up. Baneling Nest coming down behind this now for Joey. Looking like he's getting a little bit better of an answer here to this heavy charge slot style we've been seeing Haas play. If these Banelings are able to get good connections here, we could see the fight change in the snap of the fingers. But in game number 1 where we saw that build from Joey, we weren't able to see too many connections here. So we'll see if Joey's able to find them in this game as he's adding on more gateways behind this for Haas. Lings trying to find openings here. Nice work by Haas, able to kind of close up the gaps here. Third base just about finished up here for Haas, as he's adding on a bunch more gateways here. Wants to be able to keep up in production with the larva of Joey here. And Joey has arrived on the other side of the map here. These Lings up on the top side. Roaches, oh, that's Banelings, excuse me. That's a lot of Banelings here. 18 getting morphed in. Try to take down these rocks to buy himself a little bit of time. And he will be able to do so here. And now the Roach is going to start chipping away at it. Haas, 55 armor supply to 74 here. These Banelings at the back. I'm not sure if they've been scouted or not. Haas should know that these are here. These Zealots over here on the right side going to try and get a run by onto the third base. Throwing out all of these rocks. Wants to make sure he can get as much of his army through as possible. Banelings positioned up here on the top side. Going to be able to come in at an angle here at this army. And the main force connecting on the front side. Force shields are good, buying himself a little bit of time here, but the Banelings onto the Immortals, actually. Oh, but great hits onto the Zealots on the front left side. And now the Ravager force pushing forward. But on the other side, 16 workers went down behind this. If Haas can hold here, he'll be in an excellent position. It is so close with the Ravagers not going to be able to kill these Immortals here. And these charge slots over here, the MVPs, 19 worker kills. Gonna eventually get cleaned up here by the Lings. And it is now 28 workers to 51 here. Haas looking dominant. Wants that WCS Valencia spot here. And Go-Go Joey going to be looking to march across the map and get a killing blow here. He has the army supply to maybe be able to do it here with this amount of mortals and this amount of sentries as well. Or that's just one sentry, so scratch that. But there's just enough Protoss here, provided with the shield battery especially, and this extra mortal on the left side. I think that Haas is going to be in a great position to win this fight here, and here it is. The Banelings, ooh, actually get decent connections there. There's just not quite enough here for Go-Go Joey, and Haas is going to close it out 3-1 here in this best of 5. Congratulations, Go-Go Joey. Heartbreaking loss there for him. Not able to qualify for Valencia. Still gets to take home a little bit of prize money here today. I believe it's 20,000 Taiwanese dollars, new Taiwanese dollars. I will look that up in the break to confirm, but you know, gets a little bit of a paycheck there. Honestly, you know, pretty close games, all things considered. There, if he had had a little bit better vision in some of those games and was able to see kind of the mix-ups that Haas was throwing at him, he would have been in a pretty easy position to take the win in some of those games. You know, if those drop, a little bit better drop reaction, not losing 14 drones to a Zealot run by, 4 Zealot run by, you know, stuff like that, just kind of allowed Haas to make it look easy here. And he'll be going up against another Zerg in the finals of one of either Rex or Winter. So we'll see if he's able to, Haas is able to keep up this momentum here. Looking dominant in the matchup so far. And, you know, Go-Go Joey looking like he just didn't quite have the answers there. Wasn't ready for those mix-ups. And wasn't ready for the changes that Haas was throwing at him. Thank you everyone who's tuning in right now. This is getting played, for those just joining, this is getting played live at the Blizzard Arena in Taipei. Go-Go Joey just fell to Haas 3-1. Our next match will be Rex versus Winter, a best of 5 in the semifinals. Winner of that set will qualify for Valencia. Look, I'm taking a quick break here, guys. We'll be back in just a My bad.